We should be streaming now.
Hello out there. Welcome back to this playthrough of Super Robot Wars C2 Saisei, as we are 2 chapters from the end here. Hopefully we'll be finishing tomorrow. So, as always, I'm Ryu, this is Zero. When last we left, innovation was the theme of yesterday. So, we dealt with the Vajra, we dealt with the innovators. All of the evil innovators are gone. Ribbon's Allmark was hoisted by his own petard and eliminated. And thanks to the power of innovators and Gian particles, Saisei has showed us what new types really were supposed to be. So that's good. We also have the Durandal, which is a nice secret, if maybe not the greatest. Certainly looks cool.
Yeah, certainly. If looks are everything you're going off of, it definitely wins that.
And yeah, things have gone pretty well here, I'd say. We're just preparing here for the final 2 stages.
Mainly upgrading weapons.
Making sure everyone who needs to be is up to par. Because we're going to get to deploy 30 units for this stage. You know, just a few.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
So we might get see a few units that I don't use that often.
Mm-hmm. But
All
we
right.
shall see. As you've blown through all of your money.
Just making sure I don't have anything else.
Oh yes, the Cheryl Ronka and Firebomber discs.
Yes, those actually should quickly. Who could use those?
So it'll be
most?
just a moment here.
Actually, that's not as useful for you. Really, the Cheryl's disc is the only highly important one.
I'd put it on Sayaka personally, because that's what I do. That way I always have someone who's capable of casting... No. Hey!
Kitten!
Cheska! Leave Coney alone.
It's okay, Coney.
Do I need to hug you? I know you do not particularly enjoy being hugged.
Alright, fine. Where's Sayaka? There.
Francesca. Well, she has left the room. Oh, kitties.
Okay. Just
So.
save and we'll start.
Off we go.
Just one. Yep. Okay.
It's time to deal with Insalaum, once and for all. Palace Insalaum, Prince's Chambers. Welcome back, Your Highness. Lady Marilyn, you waited for me? Yes. After all, that's the reason I was After all. Well, you told me I was free to come and enter and leave your room as I liked, didn't you? I suppose you weren't found out by the Arcsabers, were you? Of course. After all, this is secret time just for the 2 of us, isn't it? Well then, Your Highness, show me your face. Mm-hmm.
That's not looking good.
Doesn't that hurt? There are times when it's hard for me to even remain conscious. Why would you go this far? Isn't that obvious? But, after all, love doesn't need a reason, does it? Love. That is, after all, the mission of those who would be the Holy King. Are you alright with with leaving things with Margaret the way they are? Huh. After all, there's nothing more I can do on that front. I don't have any time left for that. Your Highness, how unfortunate. Unify, I'm able to completely use the power of the lying black sheep. It looks like I can't lie to my heart as well. Your Highness, do you know the story of the Blessed Prince? No. In a certain city, there was a statue of the Blessed Prince. His body was made of gold, his eyes were of sapphire, but even his blade was created of the greatest diamond. sapphire eyes, a diamond sword. Then, one day, a little sparrow came along to that statue. The statue asked the sparrow to please give away the gold and gemstones on its body to the people who truly deserved them. The beautiful prince wound up losing all his gold and all his treasures, and in the end, he wound up crumbling away. Is that so? However, Your Highness, that prince's heart was completely filled with happiness. And right now, so am I. After all, it's thanks to meeting you, Your Highness, that even I, who didn't know anything other than stealing from others, first learned what it means to give happiness to someone else. Ever since I was a child, I've been the head of this organization and lived as I'd liked, but right now I think I can kind of understand it. The feeling's a little wobbly there back when you picked up that kitten in Ordis.
Am I in the way?
King of Destruction! Come on, you should at least knock whenever you're entering someone's room.
Leave it, Lady Merlin.
After all, he is now the ruler of Insalaum.
To think that the King of Destruction would become a holy king, huh? I wonder how your citizens would react to knowing that the demon who destroyed their country is now their ruler. Those are good eyes. I have high expectations for you, Uther and Insalaum. We're about to start the meetings. Come to the bridge.
Understood. As soon as I've finished fixing things up here, I'll head off.
We're waiting for you. One who holds the keys.
The King of Destruction. For the sake of victory, we need his power. Your Highness. I'm sorry, Lady Merlin. Please, make use of your skills here. Understood, Your Highness. Let's see. You don't need to call me Your Highness anymore. After all, I am no longer prince or king. So please, don't call me Your Highness any longer. Now, to me at least, you will forever be a prince. I apologize, Lady Merlin, but I no longer have anything that I can give you. That's fine. After all, for you, Your Highness, who's already given away everything he has, I'll give you everything I have. So, just say the word.
Lady Merlin Cat, for my sake and the sake of the Holy King of Insalaum, offer up that life of yours.
With pleasure.
Now then, come, Zexus. I shall face you down with all the might I have. Having thrown wide open the forbidden doors, a battle that has thrown away both honor and pride. In order to win, I shall not choose my means. And then, I shall carve a new future for the rebirth of my homeland.
Still in the Oak planets for now. Frontier Fleet's medical room. Is there anything that hurts there, Luis? I'm fine. My head still hurts a little bit, but there aren't any problems with the rest of my body. And I've already gone ahead and taken the I've already been told I don't need to keep on taking the medicine to halt the cellular degeneration. So you're saying the after effects from that false solar furnace thing have worn off? From what celestial beings people have told me, it's almost as if all those cells that had been completely destroyed got repaired thanks to those GN particles. I don't really get it, but I guess it's fine so long as you're okay. What's wrong? I was just thinking. So mysterious. After all, you're a member of the Black Knights, aren't you, Cullen? But you always just seemed like a normal student at the academy. Then, I wound up becoming a member of the Outlaws and fighting against you and Saji. Luis. Sorrowful memories and the crimes I've committed can't disappear. But all you need to do is make new memories in the future, right? After all, well, even we've been able to go back to being friends, haven't we? What about Lelouch and Suzaku? Ever since the fight ended, they've been talking together the whole time. It's almost like they've gone back to being friends like they first met. Looks like the two of them were able to understand each other. After all, if everyone in the world was able to have their hearts exchanged like that, I'm certain that no wars would start anymore. Although, for someone like me who's been secretly keeping a cat on the academy grounds the whole time, it's not necessarily something I should say. No, but when I see you the way you are right now, Cullen, it makes me really happy. Haha. Let's see. Should be something splendid, I think. That ring you've got is pretty impressive. Did you get that from Saji? Yeah. This was the only thing I wasn't able to throw away. Looks like you're feeling better, Luis. It's because Cullen was here to help. I'm sorry, Saji. Looks like I stole the role of boyfriend from you, huh? It's fine. After all, I've been busy on the Innovator's ship this whole time. So, what's going to happen to it? Well, it's this precious ark that Julius Schoenberg left for humanity's future, isn't it? There's no way we could destroy something like that. Most of its functions have been completely frozen right now, but once the world starts to calm down, we'll go back to investigating its main functions. And we've left Lieutenant Andre there in order to guard it as well. It looks like that Billy Katagiri guy's going to be taking over managing it for now, huh? He's quite an oddball, isn't he? He's pretty bad with women, but he's always smiling when he's with Miss Sumeragi. Crow's been glaring at him the whole time. Even though he hates women as well? Are you all heading off to Mars now? Yeah. In order to fight?
Wait, Mars?
Yes, Mars.
Okay.
That's where Insalaum has erected their final zone.
Oh, right.
Yes. No, that's not it. We're heading off in order to create a future. Then, we'll confirm it with these eyes of ours. The end of this battle that so many people have staked their feelings on. The truth of it all. The way you said that, it's almost like you're your sister. Will you wait for me, Luis? You've been waiting for me this whole time, haven't you, Saji? So this time, I'll be the one to wait. It'll be fine, Luis. After all, we'll definitely protect Saji for you. Well, as long as Setsuna's there, everything ought to be fine. Setsuna, I'd like to meet with him. We can do that after we all come back. It looks like he's gone up to meet someone himself right now. I'll wait, Saji, so be sure you come back to me. Yeah. Once everything's over, let's all head back to Ashford Academy. It'd be nice if we could all go back there at that time. Both Lelouch and Suzaku. Island 1. Griffith Park. Setsuna, I'm certain that you're going to be heading off to battle once more. Even if these words of mine can't reach you. Even so, I'll keep on sending these feelings to you. You, a child soldier of Cruzus who wound up having to survive the battlefield his whole life. Those feelings of desiring peace are the same in both you and me. Even though we were able to understand.
But why couldn't our paths be the same? You've been trying to eliminate wars from this world through force. Even if you were able to do that, would you be able to find happiness? Taking on those sins, harming others? And even so, the battles keep on going. From my point of view, your way of life seems incredibly sad. But right now, I think my thoughts have changed a little bit. Thanks to that warm and enveloping light. Let's see. Spreading the happiness that's in your heart out to other people, and having that circle expand further. I think that that's what will be able to bring forth true peace. Could be that that light you showed me will be what's able to extend it to all mankind. Setsuna? While I was fighting, I felt your presence. I felt you too, Setsuna. Even though I've finally been able to come before you again, I can't think of a thing to say. But the way things are now, I think I can understand what you're thinking at least a little. Thank you, Marina Ismail. Are you heading off? I'm happy I was able to meet you one last time. Thank you, Setsuna. I'm really happy that I was able to meet you. And so, I'll pray that you're able to find your happiness too. Setsuna, I'm praying for it. Lady Marina. Looks like Setsuna's decided on his feelings too, huh? Well then, what about you, Alto? About what? Everyone at Zex is talking about it. It's just about time for you to put an end to this. Those guys, why were they getting involved in this? What are you talking about putting an end to things, Alto? That's... I'll say it again here. You aren't fit for Ronka. You're here, Brera? Mr. Brera and Alto, you're both heading off, aren't you? This is the only thing I can do to atone. Ronka, I will protect your songs. That's pretty passionate. What on earth are you to Ronka anyways? I am Ronka's fan. Thank you, Mr. Brera. Well, at any rate, I guess I'll put an end to things once you get back from Mars, huh? Sure. Be sure to come back to us, Alto. Promise, please, Alto? Of course. Since everything's getting far up, just listen to my songs!
Oh, Bizarre.
Sarah? You're here too? Oh, come on! There was finally a good mood going on here! Lane and Captain Gemlin too? I'm sorry, Alto. But I was ordered to come and check in on everyone before we leave. So... Of course we're here too! Cheryl, you're way too naive here, aren't you? Come on! He needs to do this before he heads off to the big battle, doesn't he?
No, that's a death flag.
But I guess it's fine like this. After all, we were having trouble watching this too, weren't we? That's right. And after all, well, if you made Ronka cry here, I definitely have some things to say about it. So everyone's here? I guess so. After all, this is our last hour before we head off to Mars, isn't it? Captain Ozma, what's happened to Leon Mishima? We've already gone ahead and dealt with him. We got plenty of proof of his shady dealings on the underside. The moment he shows a single moment of doing something suspicious, we're fully prepared to show that evidence.
So you didn't do anything illegal to him yet? After all, even scum like him might be important for when we set out into the galaxy once more. And of course, I've broken off my engagement with him. Understood, Kathy. So it looks like once more, just like with Rock and the others, it's going to be a fair square battle between the two of us. It looks like the captain's got things rough too. And so do we. Mars. Our final fight's waiting for us there. The Insalaum, newly reunited under the King of Destruction. It's highly likely that Prince Uther is making use of him in order to protect the citizens. Then what's going to happen to the Earth? Let's see. If the King of Destruction really is gathering dimensional beasts in order to fight against the coming calamity like Representative Elgin said, then... if we were to fight on Earth... No. If we and the people on Earth and all the militaries on Earth got turned dimensional beasts, all the regular citizens might just get slaughtered. And then the entire Earth would become Insalaums. There's no way in hell we'd let that happen. Your Highness, no. Uther Insalaum. So you've fallen that far from your path? Don't worry about it too much, Margaret. But... Uther Insalaum is everyone here's enemy. And you're a member of Zexus too, aren't you? I am an Arc Saber. Miss Margaret? The final mission remaining to me is to destroy the person who's leading our kingdom to ruin. Uther Insalaum. Once I finish that, I'm certain that I shall be permitted to work alongside you all. Alright. So once you put an end to things in your own way, in order for you to put an end to things in your own way, we'll go with you as far as it takes. It's highly likely that a number of civilians and Arcsabers have doubts about the way Uther Insalaum is doing things at the moment. In other words, so long as we're able to defeat the Prince and the King of Destruction, Insalaum can be reborn. Is that right? But even if we say that it's unknown if the people of this world will be able to join hands with Insalaum after all that's happened. Marin. What's happened with Insalaum is exactly what happened on my world with Planet S1. That destroyed future version of the Earth. Planet S1. See. But in your case, they wound up being able to transfer over successfully and come to Earth, didn't they? So, what wound up happening to that fight? The conquerors of Planet S1 got were completely destroyed and the battle ended. But even so, the effects of the battle were incredibly large, and the remaining people from the planet were unable to stay on Earth. After that, they wound up traveling the galaxy in search of a new place to live. I guess that is pretty similar to our current situation. So even after the fight ends, it's gonna be hard to have peace with Insalaum? Even if this world there are people living in a parallel Earth. They've done quite a few awful things, haven't they? It's almost like they're aliens too. Even if we try to understand them, I don't think it'll go that easily. Even if we defeat Uther Insalaum, the wounds that both worlds have suffered won't disappear so easily. Well, we could think about all of that stuff later. Unless we defeat both the Prince and the King of Destruction, nothing will change. If that's the case, we'll break straight through! We'll get rid of both of those guys as soon as we can and put an end to this fight! See. Will the Holy Kingdom of Insalaum itself change greatly from this? It's highly likely that this world will change as well. After all, with all the changes that have happened to the Federation since its formation, it's almost like it's been completely destroyed once and reborn. So it really is like we took down the Federation, huh? No. What are you saying you've done such a...
We're nowhere near that level of protagonists. After all, this false and twisted world that the Innovates created, and destroyed through and damaged through war, was completely destroyed by Emperor Charles and Treize, Schneasel and Milliardel. But that fight of theirs wasn't for nothing. I'm certain that the people learned from that, and will be able to carry those feelings with them to the future. Someday, this sorrowful history of battles will disappear from the people's minds. And I suppose Zexus will as well.
Then it's almost going to be like we didn't do anything? But isn't that fine, Garrett? After all, we're not fighting to be accepted by others, are we? This world has begun moving towards a new dawn. And what this new age needs is not going to be people like us who fight, but the people who've been pushing for peace from the beginning. I guess that's right. So I guess that means it'll be time for Zexus to close. But that's fine, isn't it? Yes. It means that peace will have arrived.
But before that happens, we need to defeat the invaders from a parallel Earth, Insalaum.
And the king of Insalaum right now is that guy.
The King of Destruction, Gaiou!
Even after the destruction incident ended. It's been a whole year. It's finally time to put an end to our fight with him, huh?
Now that he's taken over rule of Insalaum, it's certain he'll be targeting us.
Insalaum.
So that we can all survive, if we need to be careful. So that we can all survive, we need to destroy the King of Destruction. We'll be sure to teach that guy a lesson. We aren't just prey for Yugu.
And let's say this too. Your playing at being a king will end here! Representative Elgin said that he was creating an army of dimensional beasts in order to stand up against the coming calamity, right? Come to think of it, didn't he say before that battle on the second moon he got all his memories back?
But even in the end, we haven't been able to learn a single thing about his past since then.
Is that mission he was talking about in order to stop the coming calamity? Well, if we wound up talking to him, we might be able to find out something about it. But there's no need for us to bow our heads to some jerk like that. After all, even if we ask him, I'm certain he'll just single-sidedly come at us trying to crush us.
If that's the case, then we just have to face him down. If there's something we want to hear, we can ask him after we've defeated him.
We've decided ourselves as well, haven't we?
We'll crush that guy down until we're out of strength.
Someone who tries to come at us with strength will be rent in kind. After we're able to put an end to this fight with him, all of the mysteries we've had up until now might be cleared.
Alright. Right. We'll put everything we've got into this.
I feel the same. I've already made up my mind. I'm certain those guys will come alongside the King of Destruction. The accursed wanderer, Asakim Doin.
He's targeting the spheres that Crow and the others have.
Quaddy.
But after all, on Mars we've got the Sorrowful Maiden, the Wounded Lion, the Swaying Scales, and the Inaccessible Water Jug. There's 4 of them there, right? Including the sphere from that Iron Bastard, the Prince stole. There's 5 of them.
I guess for a sphere hunter like that Asakim guy, it's the perfect battleground, isn't it?
Since Uther and Insalaum seems to be cooperating, I suppose he'll be targeting Crow and the others first.
Asakim who's got a sphere of his own, and then Uther and Insalaum who possesses 2 spheres.
And in addition, there are those dimensional beast things in the king. Yeah, it makes me head hurt just to think about it. But after we defeat them, we'll take back freedom and peace. That's a price worth lifting. That's a price worth paying your life for, don't you think?
That positivity of yours, Mr. Crow. I guess we should learn from it. fooled by him, Miss Setsuko! Oh, he hasn't changed at all! Oh. After all, I've still got 1,450,000 G debt on my back, don't I? I know it's something strange to say at a time like this, but do you fully intend to pay that back? Paying off your debt is like a fight against your past self, so I'll take it on head on. Do you have any hopes of actually finishing that? Well, so long as I'm still alive, I'll be able to pay it back, won't I? That's a nice smile, Crow. That's how it is, Miss Setsuko. Rather than trying to think about the future, for now we need to just focus on the battle at Mars. Yes. If we lose to Insalaum here, everything will be over. For both us, and the Earth too, huh? After all, the Federation military is in the middle of rebuilding right now. If they get attacked, it'll be pretty bad. If possible, well, it would be best if the King of Destruction and the Insalaum wound up fighting each other. Huh. But it really is shocking to think that that battle maniac would wind up becoming a king. After all, back when Imperium was around, he was just playing around, right? No. He had a Samurai role, didn't he? I guess he just likes being at the top. Insalaum's weapons are quite a bit stronger than Imperium's, and they've even got that Asakim guy with them. So it's going to be even more difficult than our battle on the second moon. Even so, we can't afford to lose. If you lose, everything ends. However, all of the people here have transcended multiple failures in order to get here, haven't we? Zero. Losing isn't bad on its own, is it? After all. Oh. Well, so long as your heart hasn't given in, there'll still be the seeds of hope there. That's how it is. It's precisely because we didn't give in to losing that we came this far. Zexus itself got taken out by the King of Destruction at Limnesha before. Ha! The resolve not to give up and that fighting spirit are impressive, aren't they? Right, clan? What's with that way of talking to me? But even so, we have to win. No, that's not it. We'll definitely win. For the sakes of all the people who believe in our victory. And then for the peace of the new age to come. Marg, watch over us from afar and pray for our victory. Let's do our best, everyone! After all, we can think about going back to our own world once this one's settled down. Alright. After all, those guys like that those Insalaum guys and the King of Destruction are all enemies of the world, right? In order for the two worlds to be able to take each other's hands, we have to be that Prince and the King of Destruction, huh? Tch. Battles suck, don't they? Basara. It's fine, Melaine. After all, just like Basara believes in singing, we fight for the people who believe in us. Well put, Gamlin. So we just need to keep on going down the path we believe in. Don't you think, Basara? My heart's always fully open! I'll put on the best concert imaginable there on Mars. We'll do what we can too. After all, I'm the guy who's most on fire! Most fired up. Even we women are on fire too, aren't we? No matter who our enemies may be, we'll keep on advancing. And pierce through any walls in our way. We're heading off, Cheryl, Ronka. We believe in you, Alto. And Zexus too. We'll be waiting. So make sure you come back. Let's go to the final battle. With that, we'll be able to finish everything! And put an end to all of this. Now's the time! Esther, I've made up my mind as well. I won't hesitate anymore. Esther, I'm glad I met you. And so am I, Miss Margaret. After all, if I was alone, I'm certain I wouldn't have been able to fight here. Let us go, in order to defeat Insalaum. Yeah. Quit just smiling creepily there. You should talk to the two of them. Men are the kind of people who should stay silent and let their actions prove what they're thinking. Are you thinking about your fight against Uther and Insalaum? After all, that prince is targeting spheres as well, isn't he? And since I was able to defeat the Knight of Knights as well, I guess that makes me a priority target. But even though all of Zexus is the only reason... All Zexus was there is the reason we were able to take him out. You're still stuck with the worst short straw, aren't you?
I'm used to it by now.
After all, well, that's the way things have gone so far. Quit trying to act cool. Don't push yourself, Crow.
This is all the bad luck squad, isn't it?
Pretty much. After all, I've always tried to live my life in this way. My real fight will begin once we get back to Earth. Freedom and peace. At any rate, I guess we'll be able to get one of those back on Mars. Off to Mars. Palace Insalaum.
So everyone's here.
Yes, Your Highness.
The situation is...
Very soon, Zexus will be descending onto Mars. After that, it's highly likely they'll come straight out as we are arranged around the zone.
So it looks like they want to put an end to things as well. Uther, I'm going to leave command to you. Show me your strength.
Please wait a moment, Your Highness.
What is it?
As the Prime Minister of Insalaum, please allow me to present a more effective battle strategy.
I'm the one who's king of this country. Prime Ministers and the like are completely unnecessary now.
However, allow me to say this. And if you don't like what I have to say, then feel free to take my head.
So even you don't like the fact that I've become king, huh? It's only understandable. After all, I'm the criminal who destroyed your country. But even so, I'm now your ruler. Going against me is treason.
I know. After all, what Insalaum needs right now is Your Highness's overwhelming power.
Don't feel embarrassed, Uther. After all, that resolve of yours is something I've already accepted.
Thank you very much, Your Highness.
Well then, Ambrone, let me hear this plan of yours.
In order to repel Zexus, we'll need to make use of the Holy King Machine's power. But allow me to head out to the front lines here. After we've whittled down their fighting forces, Your Highness and Prince Uther should be able to head out.
If you're going to say something like that, I suppose you have something in mind?
Yes. Please, leave everything to me.
Very well, Ambrone. I'll leave the front lines to you. Uther and I will look for a chance and head out. Be sure to show us what you've got.
Yes! Asakim Doin.
Let's go, Asakim. We'll leave the rest to them.
Uther and Insalaum. May blessings be upon your inexhaustible water jug. Ambrone. Please, don't say anything, Your Highness. But, Your Highness, for everything you've done up until now, shouldering the sins that I've made here, allow me to thank you. And now it is thanks to you, Your Highness, that I truly understood what it was I was searching through with my science. Ambrone. Hello.
Hello.
Without anyone to call my friend, and without knowing a single lover, I've grown old like this. I threw everything away for the sake of my dimensional science. And it's only at this time now that I've finally known what it is I should do. Everything is for Insalaum's resurrection, and for Your Highness.
Your plans, Ambrone. I have high hopes for them.
And, if the worst should come, Your Highness, I shall show you the pinnacle of what I've come up with through my dimensional science.
Yes.
Merlin, can I leave him to you? Of course, lady. Well then, excuse me, Your Highness. Your Highness, thank you for everything up until now.
Ambrone, Lady Merlin, Wayne, Gerard, and all of the Arcsabers. That resolve of yours, I shall not let it go to waste.
Chapter 59. Insalaum's Betrayal.
You can tell we're on the next final chapter. 40 minutes to title.
Yep. The main squadron should be arriving at any minute. All units prepare yourselves. There's no abnormalities detected in the surrounding area. Grain Fedor. Report your situation. Sir, is there any meaning in a battle like this? Do you have doubts about this holy war of ours? Well, then allow me to ask the other thing. Captain, can you truly swear to His Highness, to the King of Destruction? Anthony Renoin, even you? We aren't the only ones who have doubts about this, sir. Even the 4th Squad Captain and the 5th Squad Captain have been questioning what's been happening here. Swearing fealty to the monster who destroyed our country. And our princes sworn fealty to him. You all. Please tell us, Captain. In the past, we're the ones who turned our homeland into a realm of death. And headed off to a different world. We're trying to take over another Earth just like our own. Do you really think we'll be forgiven for this? That is... What is the pride of an Arcsaber anyway? After all, we're the ones who are the invaders here. Continuing to fight. Will that really help our homeland? I can't imagine that fighting under a demon like that king will be anything good. We... Almost nothing but dimensional beasts.
Still going.
Yep.
Still going.
How incredibly disrespectful. Anthony and Grain.
Ambrose, yes! You traitor! You're the one who destroyed Insalaum alongside His Highness! We fought more than enough here.
Marilyn. All right.
At this rate, Insalaum will...
If you don't have any intention of fighting, then hurry up and flee, you pathetic knights! And I shall tell all of you here, it's precisely once we win this holy war of ours, that Insalaum will be reborn. Anyone who doesn't have the guts for this, hurry up and flee! And I, Ambrongius, will be the one to take you down. It looks like none of those pathetic knights are even willing to flee. That isn't quite it, Marilyn. After all, at the very least, they'll serve as splendid cannon fodder for His Highness. After all, both the Arcsabers and the citizens, all their lives exist for His Highness now. Any of those fools who go against His Highness? We'll take him down. Choose your 3 battleships. Hi, Claire.
Can't see.
Claire, Snagglesy Cat, come over to me. 3 battleships.
Oh, the
Dragon's
Ptolemais
Eye?
is auto-deployed.
Yes.
I was trying to determine... Is one of them auto-deployed? Yeah, looks good enough.
And 30 units.
30 units. So, get all the usuals to start. And then determine what to do from there. DX, you're not getting deployed.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the moon is not out.
I don't know, but it can't hurt to have another new type.
Man, that's a lot of units.
Yep. And not particularly well spaced for a Totsugeki Loveheart either.
Just debating if anyone's better to take.
These are all of your people who have any sort of levels at all.
Yeah.
But you've got such a huge disparity in levels.
What do you mean, such a huge disparity in levels?
You have some people who are level 78, and then you've got Roger who's level 60.
Well, Roger is my absolute weakest person.
But he could be great. It's just you don't fight with him.
Yeah. He is not the best fighter for me.
Oh, Claire. You're a good cat.
Because, while he's pretty strong, he's not strong enough.
And of course you didn't fully upgrade the Big O so it can tank everything.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Oh, Claire. So you've come, Zexus. As expected of the final battle, I guess. Those numbers of theirs aren't half-assed. But both the Prince and the King of Destruction aren't here. How pitiful. Don't get cocky, you insects. Do you really think that His Highness would take you on? Highness? Bet he's talking about the King of Destruction. After all, His Highness is the great Holy King who shall guide us onto a new age. After all, anyone who would go against his rule, I, Ambrosia, shall defeat them. That's how it is. So we'll be the ones to take you on. Monster cat. So even now you've stayed with Insalaum. Ambrosius. So along with Insalaum you've sold out our homeland? We'll be the ones to stop you. We won't let any more dimensional beast be created. So it's that failed little girl, isn't it? I have to thank you. It's thanks to you and His Highness that my dimensional science was able to reach even greater heights. So long as we have this zone here on Mars. See. We ought to be able to create perfect dimensional beasts out of those foolish citizens on Earth. What's with that size? That's a couple of dozen times larger than the ones back on Earth. And I bet that means the dimensional energy they're gathering is about the same. Tremble in fear, Zexus. With my dimensional science as its core, Insalaum shall be reborn. In the name of His Great Highness, here on Mars, we shall begin our rebirth. How unfortunate, hag. But this is the end of your little dream. So long as we're here in Insalaum. No, you won't be able to do as you like. Your ambitions that have wrapped both worlds in war. And this zone. Zexus will destroy them. If you think you can do that, then just you try. All units, advance! Looks like the Arcsaber's morale isn't that high. So it looks like the anti-war movements have begun. In that case, if we take out Ambrosius and Uther and Insalaum, in that case all we need to do is strike down Ambrosius, Uther and Insalaum, and the King of Destruction. We don't intend to do a pointless fight. Arcsabers. Our only objective is the people who are destroying Insalaum from within. Do you really think that a war like this is for the sake of Insalaum's citizens? Your birth is joined hands with the guy who destroyed your country, hasn't he? Are you really okay with that? Arcsabers, what is our mission? We gave our lives both to the king and the kingdom itself. Do you intend to let it adhere to those traitors who have sold out our kingdom? What is our justice?
Our justice? That is...
What? The Arcsabers retreated? So they did understand.
Ambronzius, this is the way Insalaum is now.
It is true that, thanks to the Key of Destruction in your dimensional science, you've gained quite the incredible power.
However, you've lost far more than you could ever imagine. And this is the end result of that.
Lost many things. I still have plenty of dimensional beasts here to crush you with. As soon as this battle against you ends, I'll be sure to turn all of those idiots who fled into dimensional beasts as well. So you intend to turn them into monsters? After all, if we don't do that, they won't be any use to us, will they?
At least I feel a little bit at ease with this, Marilyn. Like this, I could take you out without any regrets.
The final battle, huh?
What's with that laugh?
It really is like we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. Looks like we're both more than ready to kill each other.
Let's enjoy this!
Ambronzius, you who opened that forbidden door,
We will strike you down here! Come at us. You shall become fodder for my dimensional science.
let's go, hag. We'll take down that perch of yours.
Destroy the palace Insalaum. Within 4 turns, destroy other enemies, and then destroy the palace Insalaum for the SR point. So, things are getting fired up here for the final battle.
Alright, no will buff.
Nope. Not yet. So we'll see how this goes. So you have a lot of dimensional beasts out there. You have the Palace Insalaum, you have the Pearl Fang. Going to quickly scan the Palace Insalaum.
Yeah, sure, why not?
90,500. That's the dimensional energy reaction cannon, omnidirectional intercept laser, dimensional energy cannon, and then so the dimensional transport cannon. Pierces barrier and ignores size.
Okay.
She's got a very low command though. So that's interesting. Double fin funnel against the Pearl Fang. 100% hit chance.
That's the power of new type level 9.
Mm-hmm. Not quite enough will.
But haven't seen any of these attacks, so...
Micro Dimension Eater Beam Cannon?
That's what it sounds like.
For pure style points, it does quite well.
Yeah.
Durandal is a very stylish unit. Going to focus before you fling yourself into the thick of things?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
After all, dimensional beasts tend to have very high hit chances.
Let's see what just the 25mm cannon looks like.
It's not even a cannon, it's machine guns. Upside down shooting. These guys are just like the Vajra. I can do this!
One-shot kill. You'd think it's fully upgraded or something.
Almost. Careful not to run out of energy.
Oh, that one won't. If it runs out of energy, something's horribly wrong.
Well, it's from the attacks.
Yes, the attacks will eventually make it run out of energy.
MVS.
Don't know if I've actually seen it.
Just the standard MVS.
Curse of Chaos.
I don't have time to stop moving! Single slash. And fly off.
That's definitely way more than is needed.
Yeah, because those things are really just cannon fodder in order to get you up into range of everything else. I personally would say try punching, one of the uninjured ones.
One of these?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you'll definitely kill it. Be sure not to burn everything you have too quickly.
You don't have to tell me that, man. This is the next final stage. I've gone through this before.
Not this one, but...
I beat a portable.
Yes, and I know that is quite a thing.
It's considered like one of the 3 hardest games in the series. With the OG games being like the only typical exceptions. Because OG games are notoriously difficult.
I can only wonder why, but...
Number of units you have, probably?
Well, and I mean, you have so many people that can, pilot each unit, so... There's plenty of reasons. There's probably not going to be a lot happening here.
No.
For a while, because it's, you know, the final battle. And at this point in time, it's not even the final battle. So everyone's just, you know...
But hey, we're on
teasing things out.
Mars! Do you think the Disco will come and give us help?
If only. Or maybe you should hire that Tekadan group or whatever they are.
No.
What makes you say that?
Their main pilot's a vegetable.
No, he's only a vegetable when he's not in his mech. When he is in his mech, he's a force of terror. Lelouch doesn't have hidden away, does he?
I don't know if he has a hidden away.
I don't think he does, so this is, not the smartest move.
No, it does not have hidden away.
And you really should have used those to just keep advancing other people, because they're cannon fodder.
Not really.
But at least you had a bunch of skills activate there.
Lelouch is not going to be seeing much time on the front line after all.
Yeah, that's not the point I was making there, but anyways. Either way, it's okay enough. You and I have very different ways of playing these kinds of game.
Of course we do.
Meteor dropper. All you could use was that.
Thankfully, unlike Alto, Ozma actually has this. Actually, no.
I was going to say, have you upgraded enough?
I've upgraded a fair bit, but just want to be safe. Their barriers are, after all.
Yeah. Also, next attack, can you turn on the animation? Because I'd like to change the theme. I don't love the, I don't love this combat theme too much.
Code gases.
Particularly the one the Shinkuro uses for this.
Does it not use the opening?
It uses O2.
Ah.
Or something like that, I think. It does not use colors because you have not set it to. Hey, Claire. Unfortunately, I cannot take a look at comments at the moment.
And I'm currently
I have just acquired a very sharp and snagging cat. You snag very easily. You're already snagging on me.
A time travel Super Robot Wars. I mean, we've already had an Isekai Super Robot Wars.
So sure, why not time travel too?
It'd be great if not for that 100% hit chance. So no, it's not worth it.
More stuff has come up in chat. Innovator engaged.
The Unicorn doesn't have time travel capabilities unless that was something added to Phoenix.
I mean, there's the whole Psycho Shard thing.
But is that time travel or is that mind travel?
I don't know. I personally always took what was happening with the Psycho Shard Neo Zeong battle to be, not, actual time travel, but just like their minds going on a trip through subspace or something like that.
I pictured it as their minds going through a trip of all of humanity.
Yeah, I pictured that as a mental thing and not a, like, we're actually traveling through time thing. But I could be wrong. Who knows? Who other than director knows what they were truly going for with it? Well, I mean, if the directors had an interview about it.
The controller's acting a little
Strangely.
screwy.
Try plugging it in, maybe?
Yeah, I probably will.
It's been flickering red.
This thing should be fully charged.
Yes, I don't know that charge is the problem.
Rocket Punch.
Kitty. Even more I cannot read. Tackle. Helm Strike. Show it off if you're going to.
And Ace Bonus.
Let me read it for you.
I know what it does.
Okay.
Adjacent allies deal and take 10% more and less, respectively.
Pretty good.
Is that what they said it
Helm
does?
Strike.
I thought it was that the Psycho Frame just sort of shut all power down.
The fact that it actively destroyed the weapons?
Supposedly that was it altering time.
Okay.
I mean, it's Crystal Dragon Jesus Unicorn. It can do whatever it wants.
No. It was the Psycho Shard of the Neo Zeong that did that.
Did it?
Yes, it was the Psycho Shard that destroyed the weapons. Not the Unicorn destroying weapons.
No, making all the mobile suits shut off at the ending.
Oh. That.
I think that's what they mean anyway. Could easily be wrong. Yeah, I thought that was just pulling like a turn A. Just destroying all weapon systems. Not weapons. Destroying their power sources.
But I don't know. Francesca, please tell me you are not here to hunt Coney.
Yeah. The only other response to that is, it's Crystal Dragon Jesus Unicorn. It's the most fancy thing in all of Gundam. It's more fancy than all of G Gundam.
That's because G Gundam isn't fantasy, it's martial arts.
Can you look me dead in the eye and tell me that the Chokyu Hao Denedan is martial arts?
Yes, because key stuff.
Mind you, I love G Gundam.
Getting close to the end here.
Yeah, you've only got like six...
Three episodes.
I thought it was 50 episodes long.
Nope, 49.
What's with that number?
I know, it seems like a very unusual number. But it is the number of episodes that G ran for.
I'm not even 100% sure what I'm using.
Punch.
Punch.
Why is he shirtless?
Because he's a martial artist.
But why is he shirtless in his mech?
He isn't in his mech. They all wear the brown army uniform thing. Unless he goes shirtless later on, and I just haven't gotten to that.
But it's just like, is this just some projection of him in his mind doing this on his own? Or is it
It's probably just
him
projection.
in his mech doing this shirtless?
I have not gotten to the point where they actually combine, so... That just feels weird to say.
Yeah. Combining robot that takes 15 episodes to combine. It's a thing.
I was in the middle of an episode. I'm sure that the protagonist is finally going to transform his unit eventually here.
Yeah, since he didn't read the bother to read the manual and doesn't know that his unit transforms.
Wow, he's piloting amazingly. You think he actually read the manual?
No.
No, if he read the manual, there's something he would obviously be doing right now.
Yep. That's the thing. Okay, Claire. I love you, girl, but can you go down for now?
Oh, the moon
Thank
actually
you.
is out.
And of course the moon is up. The end fight of G Gundam. By end fight of G Gundam, are you talking about
The one that calls Wing across space and time.
Yes, that's the bit I'm talking about. The bit that is we're actively calling things from other dimensions now to help us. Roger, be more careful. Dorothy, this is the point in time. Yes. Dorothy's just complaining at Roger, and he's like, now, Dorothy, we should be praising our opponents for their skill here at this point. Witness the miracle of light with your own eyes! Big O.
Was Wing Tomino?
I do not know.
I didn't think it was.
Had a gun. Nail gun.
Nail guns. Not particularly effective.
Mm-hmm. Soul Graviton Missile.
I don't know
That's
if I've
all you
ever
need.
used it.
Neither do I. Because it's pointlessly low power and...
Not post-movement.
yeah. It doesn't even have the Vulcan's capability, so... Phew. Wow.
Such animation.
If you can call it that.
It's technically animation.
It's something I was going to say. Oh yes, now I remember. So, as something I found out last night that I just have to share as a particularly amusing thing after having watched
Ah,
G Gundam,
I know exactly what
I
you're
decided to look up the voice actor of Chibbity Crockett and see if there was anyone I recognized him as. Of course, there were plenty of voices that I recognize Chibbity Crockett as. He's Jiraiya from Naruto. He is Deneb from Kamen Rider Den-O, amongst various other things. But the thing that really got me is the fact that in the Japanese dub for Star Trek The Next Generation, the guy who voices Chippity Crockett and Jiraiya voices Data.
You're not going to mention the whole Yazan Gable situation?
Yeah, who cares about him? Nobody likes Yazan Gable anyway. Right? Right?
I think some people...
Please tell me nobody likes Yazan Gable.
I think some
He's
people
an
do
irredeemable
like him.
human being.
Gotta respect his piloting.
As a human being, he is irredeemable. But yes, so Chippity Crockett, Yazan Gable, and Jiraiya. And he is Data in Star Trek. Data the android. We've got ominous music because Giga Atamon.
Oh, right. Just wanted to see what this looks like. The last of the attacks. Also on a fun note, this Durandal is not actually a Durandal.
Okay.
Supposedly, Alto's Durandal in the Macross movies is closer to a VF-25. It's made mostly from cobbled together parts of VF-25s.
Okay. Made from cobbled together bits of VF-25s. Whatever it takes. Double boomerang spiral. So many enemies with their own themes on this stage.
I don't think these ones do, but...
And both of the bosses, of course. Well, all of the bosses from now on, I believe, are going to have their own themes.
However, Basara can still overwrite them.
Because he's Neki Basara.
His songs wait for no one. Not even him.
He doesn't care.
As evidenced by the fact that many times the concerts are started without him, and he just parachutes his way in.
He was busy with important stuff, like looking out at the universe and contemplating what to write about next.
While hanging upside down.
Yep. I did at least watch the opening of Macross 7.
That was the first episode. They reused that bit of parachuting animation at least 12 times.
Okay.
It is the king of recycled animation shows.
The king of recycled animation. No, you can't say that because you're ignoring the time Tomino made an entirely new episode out of recycled footage back during...
Yes.
What was it?
Yes, but that's one episode, not... You can spot individual scenes and go, oh hey, it's that scene again.
And again, and again. Dimensional energy... heavy reaction cannon. Oh.
What? Does she not have a theme?
She does not have a special theme. And she said, "You pitiful wild beasts, cower before me!" Hey! Are they playing around? That cougar's just too strong. You haven't even taken out a tenth of our HP. Oh. Nice. Good job, Shin.
That was after him rather than the phase shift armor, wasn't it?
Yes.
Nice.
Remember, he does not have phase shift. He has variable phase shift.
If I move the Gurren Lagann out of the way...
Gurasan. Gurasan cutter. Alright.
This should hopefully kill at least one of these.
My mouse. Oh, moonlight butterfly. Moonlight butterflies and mousecats. You're a good boy. You've gotten rid of quite a few of your headaches there.
I was just going to say,
There's still 2
I leveled
Giga
his weapons
Adamons.
to 9 for a reason.
There's still 2 Giga Adamons left.
And he made
that
150 PP there.
3 Giga Adamons on this side of the field. Oh, mouse. You have mats. You have some handles. But they're slightly better than they were. Yes, curl. Be a good little curled cat. Let's see.
Right, Power to the Dream isn't in this one.
No. No, it is not. And what would Power to the Dream do?
Boost maximum will.
Yeah, no. As nice as that would be to cast on Hero.
It's in Z32 only. Alright, that's just... I got rid of 1 Gigadamon.
Try again for stat buff.
What's the final thing he has?
Everything usable post movement.
Nice. Hopefully this will kill at least one of them.
He says, eat this, but it just kind of sounds like he's barking. Like, ruff. At least to me. Oh, my good mouse. He is being very sideways right now. He is a sideways cat. No.
Okay, that did work.
Yeah. But only because you burned a soul.
It's on him, though.
Yes, and you don't use Suzaku for much.
Burning a soul on Suzaku is not as bad as burning a soul on Hero.
Yeah. Meow. I do not remember at all what comes out after you beat them. Macross attack. A hot-blooded Macross attack.
How much damage will it do?
Sadly, we've swapped back to the bad music.
But still.
The ominous music. It doesn't penetrate because that's dynamic kill only. That's sad.
I figured that would be dynamic kill only. Final skill obtained on Cathy.
Resupply.
Nice. No.
Gaia. 6 gods attack. Please do try and change the music here. At some point.
Yeah, just determining who's the best. The Razor Sword won't kill it either.
There we go. Thank you. Yes, I really like the lyricless version of this song. It's not that the lyrics to this are bad, it's just that they're far too auto-tuned for my taste.
Because Overworld?
They aren't, like, always that auto-tuned.
No, but they always do. They
This
use
time in
auto-tune as an
particular-
effect.
It is very auto-tuned, particularly at the beginning.
They at least use it as an effect rather than just, auto-tune because you can't sing.
Yes, before this love becomes too heavy to bear. Or so we can hope. At least I think that's what the start of the lyrics is.
Go for one. Wasn't good enough.
Hakanakimo to no kanashii.
Oh, that's now his weakest attack.
What?
This. It is the absolute weakest attack.
Because you've leveled his weapons so far. And map attacks gain less attack.
Understandably.
Because they're map.
Got the important bit.
I have a theory about what those lyrics are. But let me see if anyone has a translation. The Gundam Wiki says, the start is, before love says that love is too heavy, rejects comprehension and turns into hatred. Hai Gaiou, Sukiru, do-do-do-do, Kwatek mae ni, nanimo kamo so daru. Or something like that.
Go for it.
But yeah.
Alright, time to get rid of Maryland cats.
Cat.
Cats. I don't care, the cat is the name.
It is not plural. She is not plural. There is only the one of her.
Thankfully.
Thankfully. And this, I believe, is the end. For her.
Our princess.
Yes. It's so sad, isn't it? You haven't seen them in Z3,
Yes,
really,
I
have you?
have. I've seen the taped visors.
Yes. Firebug does not deal with the loss of their princess very well. They really don't. But I'm certain we'll be seeing that before too long.
The fairy feather system is going to be a pain in Z3 too, if they decide to do it.
I'm sorry, Your Highness, but it looks like this is it for me. DM Adapter S.
I think I may have a spare one of those that I haven't used.
Let's see. It's like, this is the time for you to pay, Marilyn! Quite a face. Do you intend to flee, Marilyn Cat? I don't know, that's completely impossible at this point. After all, as promised, I've cut off everything. As promised? I'm sorry, Your Highness, but it looks like this is it for me. As you ordered, I've given my life to you. But I'm sorry. Rather than for Insalaum, I gave it to you, Your Highness. Merlin, you! Later then, little Bobbly. I'll be waiting for you in hell! You gotta be kidding me. That monster cat sacrificing herself for someone else? For the prince's sake? She wasn't even a person from Insalaum. But even so, why would she? How splendid, Marilyn. This old hag has accepted your resolve. Leave the rest to me, my friend, Marilyn Cat.
So you are running low on energy.
Mouse. Good mouse cat. How are you doing, my little mouse cat? So. That's one of the 2 bosses here down. Not that you needed to deal with her.
Just for SR point. By the way, just a question. To the people out there, if you've played Super Robot Wars before, how many final stages have you seen that have SR points?
Since Z2 had one?
Since Z3 has one.
Ah yes, Z3 has one.
And that is the only instance I can think of. Usually
I'll
they're
try
not.
and finish it tomorrow.
Usually they don't, throw that at you.
I mean, it is a weird thing. I mean, what point is there to an SR point on the final stage?
Let you get the platinum emblem, but you can't even equip it to anything.
No. Actually, there is a point to it in Z3.
Really?
Because remember, you can carry over items from the previous playthrough.
Does that include the emblems?
Probably. I mean, if you keep the kills and stuff, you'd still have some of those things.
Yeah.
So. But I don't know. Nothing is for certain. 迷いながらくみながらだから決めればいいさ君がくれた言葉一つ戸惑いは小さいからぼたった僕の部屋に光が見上げた青空がく澄み切ってゆく閉ざした窓が開くことを決めた自分も世界さえも変えてしまえそうな瞬間はいつもすぐそばに
That's just irritating.
Everything is available post-movement.
Sure, everything's
Pulse
available.
laser.
Everything's available post-movement, but most of it isn't necessary.
We're getting close. Just a few enemies left. And the boss. For now. Actually, how many enemies do you have left?
Okay, that's directional. These. That's all that's left.
Okay. Well, you've got the Regola. You can just blast with Regola from where you are. The Glory Star still works.
Might as well actually see it.
As we haven't too many times. Even if you're fighting for the sake of your homeland, I'll show you I can make use of this power. The Nautilus Carver looks so much more ominous than the Gunnery Carver.
Having not really seen the Gunnery Carver, I can't say much.
I mean, the Nautilus Carver has a face on it. An ominous face. The Gunnery Carver definitely does not. The Gunnery Carver just looks like a standard weapon, kind of. He has Accelerate if you need it.
I was just checking to see if I actually did need it.
Nope, you can Flash Edge. Or full combination.
Yeah, let's just Flash Edge. It's a lot cheaper.
Beam Boomerangs. Who came up with that idea? Beam Boomerangs just seem especially dangerous. Because, I mean, it's not just a boomerang. it's a boomerang that comes back and will slash you badly if you fail to catch it. She's using her strongest attack.
Sure, it's got a
0% hit chance.
Because I'm pretty sure mobility is way up on the Durandal.
Yep.
This has 4-dimensional energy crystals inside of it. Fold crystals.
I was going to say dimensional energy crystals. Really, the Durandal is equipped with fold crystals.
Yes.
Okay.
4 are named after the relics inside the hilt of the sword Durandal.
Okay.
I don't fully remember what one of them was. One of them is the Tooth of Saint Denis.
Okay. And now, Dimension Transfer Buster online. Strongest attack. Now is the time. Fire!
I mean, for all intents and purposes, Fold Quartz is dimensional energy crystals.
Yeah, they do say that. Ooh. Very nice. Lasher wall. Important thing to remember, Karara has mercy.
Yep. Well, for a given degree of important.
How about a thing that would be nice to note? Not something you typically want to use, but something that's good to know when it is.
The Left Behind support group.
Yes, because you deliberately left them there. Just Vulcans. Vulcans are all hero needs to deal with a battleship. Photon energy beam!
Sure, you can burn one.
Kinda sad to think that that is its strongest attack in the original game.
You mean in Z2-1 or?
Yeah. That power of light that you have, I shall claim it! Energy gathered. Output is sufficient. And he dodged at a 60% hit chance. Well done.
Ah, I see. This one is... The Durandal does not have thermonuclear engines. It is powered by Fold Quartz.
Okay.
Philosopher's Stone Fold Quartz.
Okay.
Incredibly difficult to acquire from Vajra corpses. It's highly purified.
Okay.
And it uses a fold wave system.
Don't know that we've really seen this use since he got the God's Grander.
Oh, they've changed it. Or is that just because it's in the air?
Because he's on the land and shooting up into the air, partially. Well, he's not in the air, but...
He's in the air and she's in the air.
Yeah. It just looks cooler having the ground to brace against. No, she can hit it without moving.
No, she can't.
Yeah.
It was the map attack.
Yeah. Right, because she does have a map attack.
Alright, just to check. Yep.
Palisade Insalaum is all that's left.
Four.
Baldur Riser. Super heavy sword. No, who shall be the finisher? How's Crow doing?
About the same.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, Crow. It's less bad if you burn your energy, and this is more likely to kill.
No, it's not less bad, because the Mazinger also has energy recover.
Crow Proust.
Let's see.
I shall claim that sphere that you bear and offer it to His Highness.
Huh, as if.
No. Crow Proust, offer that sphere of yours to His Highness.
As if. After all, if I wound up selling the scarf, there's no way I'd ever be able to pay back my debt.
Grr. How dare you joke around in a battle which Insalaum's future's riding on?
After all, hey, I'm the only one who decides where I'm going to put my life on the line. After all. But hey, even I understand that this is a battle with lives riding on the line.
Silence, you fool! As if someone such as you could understand what our Highness is thinking. Without sullying His Highness's hands, I, Ambrosia, shall strike you down!
I refuse that. After all,
I've got business with Uther.
Okay. I was wrong about the, things. St. Peter's tooth, St. Basil's blood, St. Denise's hair, and a piece of the Blessed Virgin Mary's raiment
okay.
are the names of the 4 ones, because those are the relics containing the golden hilt of Durandal, apparently.
Okay.
It was designed with fold waves so it could jam Vajra communication and deliver a song to the front lines. Yeah, that killed. I should have blown less.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
This is the way I live.
So it's not that his one was cobbled together from parts of VF-25s. It was hastily built. So he didn't have the time.
Tch! The palace Insalaum is falling.
This is the end, old lady. Hurry up and call forth the priesthood king of destruction. What's so funny?
You don't understand dimensional energy at all, do you?
What the hell are you talking about now?
After all, I can't say I blame you.
After all,
it's only after His Highness activated his sphere that I was able to truly reach the entrance of this. And let me show you but one part of its power. What's she trying to do?
This is bad.
I know it's about to occur.
This is the pinnacle of my dimensional science. The perfected artificial revived cells.
Artificial revived cells?
That battleship is
Going to become a dimensional beast? You're not looking too good there.
No.
By making use of the zone and artificial revive cells, she turned herself into a dimensional beast? And call that some of those gatekeeper type things as well. Sambarone, please stop. Rekka, if you do something like that, you'll... This is the strongest artificial dimensional beast. The Exadamon. Her sense of self is already breaking down. All that's left is a strong will to fight against us. Do you still intend to fight even after doing this?
Of course.
For what sake would you?
I must offer victory unto His Highness.
Less a Terminator and more,
What incredible resolve. What fealty.
But the problem is what she's sworn it to. That is not something for you to decide. Asakim! I have seen it, Ambrone. Everything about you. How incredible. That power. It truly is the result of forbidden knowledge. So have you come to hunt us down now? That's my personal squabble. Is the reason you joined with the King of Destruction to do that as well? His objective is fairly similar to mine, after all. The King of Destruction is taking down that calamity in the future, isn't it? I see, so you have heard from Elgin Roddick. He is the true successor of the Chrono H. This world's the Edel Bernard. Skim Doan. So you even knew about that? Of course. After all, well, even if we did come from different places, we are in similar situations. And so are you, bearers of the stigma. A cursed wanderer who isn't even allowed to die. Leave me aside, Representative Elgin. Are you saying that we're cursed just like you? That's right. After all, thanks to the stigma that you bear, you shall eternally suffer. And it isn't just the members of Zuth. All of those who bear the key have touched the flow of the origin law. Everyone in this place shall suffer the same fate.
Then does that mean even we?
Just like Capet, Camille, and the others, we're going to get caught up in dimensional quakes? It would be a pleasure if it would only extend that far. But here and now, I shall hunt you, I shall claim your lives. After all, rather than suffering with a fate like them, that way shall be much kinder to you.
Asakim, things won't go as you think.
Sorry, but between becoming a dimensional beast or falling to you, we don't want either to happen. You have no right to choose. Yes. Those souls of yours shall be enshrouded in my black mists. What the hell's with this poetic idiot? I've got no clue what the hell you're saying. Now go, Ambrone. As one who has treaded upon the forbidden halls such as me, you are accursed just like I. So long as I have this power, His Highness Insalaum. Hag. Just like you say, those artificial revive cells are pretty incredible. That's exactly why we can't allow a monster like that to survive. Ambrone's yes. No. Hexadamon, we shall eliminate you! Destroy all enemies.
Oh, it's fun to destroy all enemies, not just Asakim.
And Asakim's just kind of sitting there. Scan Asakim. Scan the Exadamon.
I really don't know that much about Zoids. That looks like a knockoff Gaiou.
She has ultimate, will up, attack,
69 kills.
attack again, will up bonus, guard, will limit break, prevail level 5.
Size
HP
2L.
recovery small, energy recovery medium. Yeah, size 2L. 220 armor, is equipped with a dimensional extractor.
Cool, so I'll get another one of those.
Has dimensional shine flow,
Okay.
or something like that. Dimensional something light, and something like annihilation troop.
Okay.
And then we have Asakim. Same as always. 83,000 HP.
Could be worse.
Counter level 9, ultimate. Prevail level 9, ignore size. HP recovery medium, energy recovery large. Hard to say which is more important to focus on. Luster Edge, Embrace the Inferno,
I'd say him because of...
Discalibur, Tragic Genocider, Rambling Discalibur, and his ultimate skill, Laybuster. So, up to you.
What can I say but Full Metal Panic got Invisible Victory in 2 years before Invisible Victory aired.
Yep, They went ahead and used the light novel bits, even though they hadn't probably even been planning to make it a TV series at that point.
Also, I've started watching Full Metal Panic here. The first 2 episodes remind me of why I stopped. Oh, right, all of these things have.
They have support defense, because of course.
Of course they have support defense. Why wouldn't they have support defense?
And Crow's poorly positioned for a map attack, but you have someone right there who's very well positioned for a map attack. Oh no. Right, it doesn't have that. He could, almost. But it wouldn't hit her. But yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I can hit both of them.
Yeah, it won't hit Crow. Or would it be better to just hit them standard? I don't know.
This is annoying.
Quite.
Annoying is the only correct term for this.
Unpleasant. That's a good term as well. Not quite far enough.
No, just far enough.
Very good. Microdimension eater map.
See? Perfectly far enough.
Hit all of them. Just be glad you can take them down individually. But she doesn't have support defense as well. Don't do that. Move one over. Because Crow can support attack.
No, I was looking at the map.
Oh, for a map attack.
Yeah, I'm looking here for a map.
Really won't be able to do it this turn.
What are you talking about? I think this will kill.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Nope, I'm right. Now to see who all needs to evacuate. If Ozma dies, it's not the end of the world.
So Baldios.
Oh, 0% hit chance as well. Oh, right, because that's stupidity. Baldios cannot. Baldios, I accept your sacrifice. It shall not be in vain. Actually, let's just instinct. Since now, 0% hit chance on both of them.
Okay.
Baldios, you can take 1 hit. Even if this is a hot-blooded level. Okay, you made...
There's always the possibility of subspace.
No.
You obliterated the Baldios. It's no good. I can't afford to die here.
Losing the Baldios is not good. But, I mean,
It's
I'll
cleared
take
the
it.
path.
I will gladly
But
take it.
didn't you say you need to focus on Asakim?
No, I didn't.
I thought you said you did because of his massive map.
I was thinking about it, but also, the nice part of his map attack isn't like it is when you have him in Z2-1. It's not post-movement.
But it's super long range.
Yes, it is super long range, but I'll
Do
take...
as you wish.
I will take super long range any day over that. Alright.
Instinct or focus?
Don't care, I'm burning this again.
Alright. And there's a special combat theme, semi-special combat theme playing. It's not a particularly interesting one, but
It's at least better than the doom
it
and
just
gloom.
is. Yeah. It's ominous, but not overtly ominous in quite the same way.
It should have the same armor as the armor pack. Theoretically.
Oh, she doesn't have too much HP, that's good. So let's see this attack. Okay.
Not what I was expecting. Definitely not what I was expecting.
Okay. Mazinger?
Yes, the
Rocket
Mazinger.
punches?
The Mazinger definitely cannot get over to Asakim.
It'd be a close run thing. You'd only be like one outside of range.
And now
100
we can see
consecutive
what
rocket
happens when
punches.
this hits.
In come all the rocket punches. How can it dodge the fists at that size? Push it into the sky, ride the giant rocket punch.
And then
leap
turn
off and turn the other way. Just like the inbound express kick or whatever, right?
What?
Blazing transfer student.
It has been years since I've read it.
I can't remember what it was, but yes. The legendary series Blazing Transfer Student, which is a more comedy than combat, but with a decent amount of combat, has a time when he was trying to come up with a new technique in order to defeat someone who had already seen through his legendary attack he had come up with. There we go, that explains it.
Okay.
Okay. Those actually look pretty cool for Dimensional Beasts.
Okay.
Yeah. Quite impressive, and yet it will only deal 10 damage. So to get back to what I was saying, the protagonist had a special move he'd come up with, which was a kick based on some or another train line, where he just like went full power, full speed, straight at them. Sure you don't want to save that for the finish?
Yeah, why would I?
To get car levels and money.
Levels don't matter.
Okay. So what he did after practicing for a long time was he came up with a technique taking advantage of the fact that, you know, trains go both ways. And so he had his outbound line attack as he goes, kicks. The other guy just effortlessly dodges like, I've seen this before. And then inbound line as he comes back the other way with exactly the same attack, hitting the guy in the back and knocking him down. Brilliant plan.
My beloved Uther Insalaum, I shall bring victory to you. All that's left is her will to fight and her feelings towards Uther, huh? Uther, who'd want a twisted love like this?
There you go. Why, yes, he can.
This one I will put a,
Bless on.
because there's actually a chance of this one killing.
God bless the universe.
Nope.
Not quite. And he got hit. Lovely.
Not too bad.
So who shall be the finisher? Love? Why not cast Love?
Yeah, might as well.
Sarah? Love. After all, the stage ends once you defeat all enemies.
Might as well see how this ends.
Yep. How she falls to pieces. And with this, one of the pillars of Insalaum shall fall. Well, two of them, really. Just carve straight through. Your Highness! Farewell.
Dimensional extractor.
Mm-hmm. Your Highness, everything I have is for Insalaum's future. Ambrosius. That... Right up until the end she fought for that prince, huh? She's one of the people who destroyed Insalaum, though, isn't she? After all, she needed that prince for her research into dimensional energy, right? Eureka.
Alright, Asakim, it's time for you to get what's coming to you.
Hi, Claire. Shin Shine Spark versus Laybuster. At least once you have to let yourself get hit by the Laybuster just to see what it does. Hey, Claire.
She's a good old kitty.
That she is. Almost as old as you.
I love the she getter.
I'm so happy I got to meet prey like you. Both you and I are filled with sin. Shiroga, enshroud in darkness and shatter the light.
It has bird mode.
Fall to hell into the deepest depths.
Why do we not get this?
Nope, they go ahead and just show it all. Supposedly, somewhere in there, you can see Crow. In Z1. If you freeze frame that.
How did that miss?
How did that miss? Because Ryoma does not pay attention to any of these scenes that are assaulting his mind. He is too busy focusing on, you know, the guy he's trying to murder to pay any attention to the carnage and scenery around him.
That does sound like Ryoma.
At least that's the answer I'm sticking with for as to how he avoids it. Yes, the Shiroga's Laybuster. Now, Rambling Discalibur.
I'm sure the other people have something to say to I'm sure that Rand and Setsuko have something to say to him, but I don't think I can get them over there. And I kind of just want him dead. Oh no, I actually can.
No, not quite.
Oh.
If you could lower that thing low enough. Or you could just use Awakening.
Sure, why not?
Courage.
Courage.
Love and courage. Go to town.
Yeah, dive guard. Get over there if I really needed to. And might as well.
It's possible.
It's not highly likely, but it's possible.
So this day's finally here, Asakim. That's right, friend. I'm so pleased we're able to meet again. It's because you want my sphere or something. You aren't going to say something stupid like that, are you? Well then, I wonder about that. Tch, even if you say that, I can already sense your killing intent from here. I don't hate the fact that that you're more than willing to say things like that. After all, well, for that brilliantly fighting form of yours, I've always had the grandest sympathy. Don't love me in with you. After all, I'm a repairman! Wounded lion, I shall draw forth your base impulses and claim that soul of yours. Darling? I know, Mel. After all, I'll be sure to beat him back into shape. Prepare yourself, Asakim. You'll learn a lot if you look down on me.
Has the battle started
Now
yet?
it has.
I can't see.
Asakim, we won't let you get away this time!
Alright, there we go.
Gunleon, burn my soul!
Does the Shiroga count as a real or a super, I wonder?
Does the Psybuster count as a real or a super?
How about stat-wise? Does it count as a real or a super, I wonder?
I'm betting stat-wise real.
I'm sure I'll find out eventually through playing Z, but...
Oh, is this,
Releasing the seal, boss!
is this actually dynamic kill?
This is it. I'll be the Crusher!
No. Yes. No.
Nope. Goes back to being Gunleon normal.
And which attack is he using here?
Hunt Shiroga.
Probably Laybuster again. Yep, it's the Laybuster.
Just skipping the opening bit.
I think I saw the moment that Crow's probably shown in there, but
Walking backwards.
yes.
Yeah. I could see that being Crow. Or Simone.
Supposedly, if you pay attention to the details on the jacket,
It's Crow.
you can know it's Crow.
Alright, I'm going to...
Love Shinshine Spark.
and hope that that kills.
It's a Shinshine Spark, it probably will. Especially if you have the Ignore.
This
Yep,
one?
there you do. Ignore defensive skills.
Because this could use the levels.
Yeah. All of your battleships could, but this is the only one that's likely to be fully used in direct combat in the final stage.
The Macross Quarter's useful, but I don't trust it to get a kill on Asakim.
Yeah.
Also, the skills on this one are just a lot better.
It's because it's meant for direct combat, not as a battleship.
And it's 3L, so massive size difference. Buff.
Mm-hmm. And Asakim says nothing as he dies.
It's his ultimate wish, after all.
Mm-hmm. Just like
Just gotta wait for him to get lost.
Just like Arden from Final Fantasy 15. Soul of Steel acquired.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. 7 levels.
Only that level? What? At that level, can you truly win against the inexhaustible water jug? You ran away? But even if we've defeated him, that's not an end to this. Asakim, how on earth can we end this fight against that guy?
Alright, now I've just got these things remaining.
Yep, you've got a pair of Rookadamons. Rookadamon Alpha?
Probably.
Who knows what's up with that? They're both Rookadamon Alphas, rather than just Rookadamons.
Sure, let's actually watch this planet-splitting tomahawk.
Although sadly, the music is ominous.
I just want to see the damage primarily. And also this.
The chopping through planets. Because everyone loves that.
Yep, not strong enough to kill.
But strong enough to hurt a
Perfectly
lot.
acceptable.
You've got plenty of people left.
We got plenty of people who could use some levels. Well, not really. Wow, is that you're lagging behind slightly more than I expected. That's not good enough. Screw it. I know this is overkill.
Cheer. Wrong one.
Overkill to the nth degree.
Final stage.
Probably. I think I've only done this once.
Twice. Engaging the final stage. Truly is a massive cannon.
How much of its body does that take up?
In the name of Roger Smith, I pronounce you guilty!
How overkill will it be?
With this, the negotiation is completed.
I didn't even see the damage.
Neither did I. Only 3 levels with cheer. Kinda sad.
I legitimately didn't see the damage.
Neither did I.
I'm disappointed. Is the final stage just a kill?
No. Probably just we weren't looking in the right place. Not going to use his soul.
No.
You can cast both.
This should kill.
Yep.
Especially if I...
Yes. Alright, so fire the Macross Cannon one last time.
Just gonna skip it. 2 levels.
With this, there's no one left to protect Uther and the King of Destruction. All we need to do is take them out! What's wrong, Eureka? I don't know. Huh? That person. Up until the very end, I can't understand what Miss Ambrone was thinking about. She...
Let's see.
I shed tears for my citizens. Uther Insalaum. That's not all. The King of Destruction! So you've finally shown yourself! Uther Insalaum, and the King of Destruction Gaiou. Our final battle. No, you're wrong. This is the start of the true battle.
Let's see. Inside the debris of the Gringar. Or one of Insalaum's ships. How laughable this is. For a hideously bloodstained mercenary like me to not even be able to die so easily. But I guess this is fine. I don't have much work right now, do I? And it looks like Little Wobbly will be taking Firebug's name. Come to think of it. In that story, the Blessed Prince, that sparrow died in the end, didn't it? Even though it may have been just self-satisfaction, being depended on by someone else, the prince wasn't the only one who was happy. I'm sure Sparrow was.
Yep.
Oh. And with that, we have reached the final stage of this game. So, going by this time and to make things line up nicely, we will be ending here. Tomorrow, we will spring back with the final stage of this game. To anyone out there, please do vote on what you think we should do next. Go back and see the canon end of this, or continue on to Z3. We're fine with doing either here, so it's all up to you.
Really, none of these other ones matter at this point.
So, I hope you all have been enjoying this playthrough, and are looking forward to seeing the end of this final showdown with Gaiou and Uther and Insalaum. Come to think of it, I never finished the final stage back when I was playing through. Cleared everything but the final stage, and then I went off to do something else and forgot. So it's going to be completely unknown what happens to me even as well. So, I hope you all have been enjoying this, and we will see you tomorrow. It'll be an extra second here as we take a little bit of time, but
See you.
have a nice day.